start to create safety in the in between. Urge surf. Basically, learn how to sit with our discomfort. This is all about clearing out these blocks that we have to receiving and holding money, right? Each week, we're kind of doing a different layer of money, somatic, energetic work, the embodiment of what it means to not only hold money well, spend money well, attract money well, like build money well, like all of these different elements that come back to our nervous system, right? It kind of layers on top of each other. So I just want you to come in with a sense of curiosity. This is going to probably trigger your nervous system a little bit. It definitely triggers mine, even though I'm speaking about these concepts. Like I can feel it in my body as I get into the space of thinking about the feast or famine and just this cycle of scarcity and abundance, and oftentimes this just feeling of highs and lows that my nervous system was so used to, and honestly still seeks out, because that hit of that big sale or that moment where um, your launch goes really well, or you get that big paycheck, or you get that bonus, it feels good. It feels good in our bodies, but it doesn't feel good when it all goes away. And it definitely doesn't feel good when it all goes away faster than we are ready. So I just want to acknowledge that the space between scarcity and overflow can feel really disorienting. It can feel very overwhelming. You can be exhausted by literally just the thought of this workshop. You might be calling out, I'm already disassociated. And if you are, I want you to take a deep breath, because we're going to do some somatic work with this workshop today. We're going to come back into our bodies. I'm going to lead you through some breath work and some guided visualizations, because you're right. When we talk about money, people oftentimes get disassociated. So I'm here to help us get back in our bodies and stay in our bodies so that we can learn how to receive, give, and be with money. So don't rush towards a quick fix. You're going to learn to hold steady. The internet is literally designed to ramp our nervous system up. So sometimes we have to get off of social media. We have to decline the ads. We need to look at this consistent long-term conversation where we look at the next 90 days to 5 years in our financial journey. We don't just look to next week, right? Like, what does it look like to set this up well? Okay. So many people get stuck in feast or famine because consistent money feels very unfamiliar, and the body craves movement, even if it's chaos. So anytime you get that stagnancy, and especially if it's unfamiliar stagnancy, you are going to subconsciously seek out something that's going to give you that hit, something that's going to move your body and your nervous system in a way that feels familiar, because familiarity is supposed to equal safety for our hindbrain, right? But what is familiar is not always safe and healthy. I will say that. Financial survival mode keeps us trapped in reactionary decision making. And to break free, we must have to expand our tolerance for stillness. Wow, my body can't even say that right now. Are you ready for this? To break free, we must expand our tolerance for stillness. We have to sit with the discomfort, y'all. That is where the magic happens. We want to set goals and do and be proactive and move. And yes, there is time for action. And I'm not saying action is not necessary part of this. But what I'm saying is, if there is no space, you are constantly reacting. You're not coming from a response system that knows how to hold, maintain, and keep wealth. So the goal of this workshop is to teach you how to hold the in-between state without acting on financial fear. Whether you are feeling like you don't have enough, or whether you feel like you have too much, or whether you feel like it's going to be taken away from you, whatever the fear is, how do we hold this in-between state between money coming and going? Okay, so I have 3 different intentions that I want to set for today. So I want you to listen to all 3. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. I'm going to read these 3, and I want you to tell me which one really sets you lights you up, okay? So the first one, I expand my ability to hold wealth without rushing to spend or solve. I'm going to say that again. I expand my ability to hold wealth without rushing to spend or solve. Okay, intention number 2. I embrace financial stability as a space for creation, not panic. I embrace financial stability as a space for creation, not panic. I trust my ability to move through discomfort without reacting. I trust my ability to move through discomfort without reacting. For any of you that struggle with self-trust, that one might be a challenge. But this is what we are working towards. This is what we're moving towards, is how do we get you back in your body? How do we get you clear? How do we get you rooted in truly just holding space for yourself? So how do we navigate financial stillness without reacting, right? Let's just first start with recognizing the urge to spend as an energetic shift, right? So spending is often a way to move energy, not just a financial action. When we feel uncertain, anxious, or stagnant, we seek a dopamine release through spending, paying off debt too fast, or making financial decisions impulsively. Mine is always trips, y'all, okay? Like I'm ready to go to the beach every 5 seconds when I'm stagnant, or I'm going through some emotional upheaval, or I'm feeling afraid of anything. I'm like, beach, the beach will solve it, right? And this is impulsive spending. Vacations, I'm all for. I'm all for spending money with fun and play and ease and pleasure. But in order to do that, you have to have a sense of safety in your nervous system first. So instead of fearing this urge, we must learn to pause and channel the energy elsewhere. This is so important. Instead of acting on the urge by spending, you pause and channel the energy elsewhere. Oof. Y'all, there's an actual solution here, okay? Now, what do we do with pent up energy? What do we do? Movement for me is the number one, okay? I want you to move your body. Stand up and shake, turn on some music and throw your body around, stomp up and down, go for a run, go for a walk, stretch, move your body. What I'm going to lead you through is a little bit of a wave breath for the urge, okay? What it would feel like to step into some breath work when you're riding the urge to spend. So what this breath pattern is you're going to inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, feeling the urge to spend. So I really want you to bring that kind of like desire, that craving up in your body. You're going to hold for 2 seconds. You're going to witness the tension. You're going to let it expand. And then you're going to exhale through your mouth for 10 seconds. So you're riding this wave without reacting. It's a very long exhale. And I want you to repeat it 5 times or more. On this video, we're going to do it 5 times together, okay? So I'm going to breathe, but I'm going to be counting too. So don't follow my breath pattern, follow my count, okay? So let's start with inhaling through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. And exhale for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2. 1, 2. Exhale for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your hands on your thighs and breathe in for 4. Hold for 2. And exhale for 10. Plant those feet further on the ground. Spread your toes wide. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 and exhale for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 2. And exhale for 10. Let's do it one last time. Inhale for 4. Hold for 2. And exhale for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand on your heart, hand on your belly. Close your eyes and just bring your breath back to normal. I want you to listen to this new thought process we're going to kind of put into your body and just breathe with. I can hold this moment without needing to act. My safety is not in spending, it is in stillness. I can hold this moment without needing to act. My safety is not in spending, it is in stillness. Okay, great work. Kind of move your shoulders a little bit, move your head. So this is a really good breathwork pattern when you have the urge to spend. To be honest, you can even elongate that holding breath after you inhale. You can hold for longer. I'd say like 4 to 6 seconds is fine too. And keep going until you find your body comes back to a place of anchored relaxation, right? Come back to this space. Dogs over here are quite relaxed. So the final step that I think is really important on how to navigate this stillness is when you come back to a place where you notice the energy kind of brewing in your body. Let's redirect that financial anxiety, or I'm just going to say energy, all right? It's like fear mixed with energy, mixed with desire. We're going to channel it into creative energy. The energy behind spending urges can be repurposed, okay? It's similar to sexual energy. It's similar to the energy you get when you're falling in love. It's this desire and this craving for dopamine. And we can channel that in such a really beautiful way through creative outlets. Dancing and shaking for at least 1 minute is a tremendous way to move your body. I recommend it on a daily practice, especially first thing in the morning, right? Like if you are just feeling activated, girl, put on music and shake your body. And like move it, move it, move it. You could also write down in your journal like all the things you want to spend or all the things you want to do, right? I call it my scatter box, where I just literally write everything down I possibly can think of. And instead of acting on it, my action is to write it down. I also think for those of you that want to kind of test yourself, I say take a deep breath and then delay 24 hours before you make a financial decision. Especially if you feel that urge come up within you. Like, I don't really care. It can be buying a new makeup brush, it can be buying a golf club, it can be buying something simple and easy or big. It doesn't matter. If it's coming from that place of urgency, you're going to have buyer's remorse, or you're just going to continue this pattern until it becomes a problem. So this is where it's very, very important for you to continue to come back to your body, continue to come back to this place where you are rooted in your own integrity before you make any choices. Okay? So I'm going to go through 2 different somatic practices. We're not going to do them on the workshop. I'm just going to describe them because I want you to be able to do this without rushing, without moving to follow my breath pattern. This is very much something that you can make part of your own practice, okay? So this is about regulating the body's fear of financial stillness. This is truly addressing the fear in your body and repurposing it, alchemizing it into something different. So, the first thing I want you to do is lie down, get comfortable, and then bring awareness to the areas of tension when thinking about money. Okay, so sometimes it's your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach. When you think about money, where do you feel it in your body? And I want you to imagine breathing into those areas, softening them without needing to fix anything, right? Like you breathe into your jaw and you breathe out of your jaw. We're just bringing awareness and bringing breath to these places in our body that are causing tension. You can literally sit here and do that for an hour, and it is a very powerful practice. I love to do it at night when I'm really trying to move things through my body. Just a simple, calm breath that's, inhale through my nose, exhale through my mouth, sometimes even inhale and exhale through my nose, depending on how I want to regulate and calm myself down. Inhale and exhale through your nose is going to keep you in a more relaxed state. If you feel like it's escalating or you need to clear something, I want you to activate what we call a circle breath. Okay, a circle breath pattern is where you don't pause. It's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I like to make it quick, so I like to do that can be too much for people. That can activate your nervous system. That can get you into an over-oxygenated state if you're not careful. So if you're not familiar with breath work, slow it down. Inhale 6 seconds, exhale 6 seconds. So I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping on the exhale and I'm not stopping on the inhale. I'm moving in a circle. Okay, and when you're inhaling, I want you to feel all those financial fears kind of coming up through your body, like you're sweeping it up. And as you exhale, you're clearing them out of your body. Like, I don't need this. I want something new. I want something different. You're really thinking about, like, how can I create a vessel or a container for these new mantras, right? I can hold this moment without needing to act. My safety is not in spending, it's in stillness. That's what we're creating space for. I am safe. I trust myself with money. Stability is my new normal. Okay. I want you to play with the breath. What feels good for you? Is it the short breath, the medium breath, the longer breath? Just keep it in that circle pattern. Right? If I'm doing it through my mouth, I'm going to activate my body even more. If I do it through my nose and mouth, I'm going to keep myself a little bit more balanced. I would not be surprised if emotion comes up during this exercise, because these money principles, these money patterns are tied typically to trauma and typically to unprocessed emotions in your body around love, pleasure, and opportunity, and oftentimes money too, right? Like, especially if you grew up in a household where money was an issue, whether you had enough of it or too much of it or whatever it is, it just wasn't something that was healthy in your home. So this is going to pull up that energy for you. So let's talk about, like, the 3-phase practice to hold financial stability, right? The practical application of this. So the pause habit is phase number 1. Before paying any bill or making any financial move, pause, take three breaths, or do one of these breath exercises and check to see if it's coming from urgency or stability. Really check into your body before you click purchase. The 10% rule. Before aggressively paying debt or spending, hold 10% of any incoming money to train your system to keep wealth. Like, I don't care if it's 50 cents. Pull aside a dime, okay? 10%. It's going to train your nervous system to hold and keep money. Phase 3, the stability ritual. Each morning, look at your money without panic, breathe and say, I allow money to stay with me. Even if you wake up to a scary bank account, breathe and say, I allow money to stay with me. You want to have one account that is positive always, okay? Even if it's $1. I allow money to stay with me. So I am going to be adding on meditation to this workshop. It's going to be a guided visualization for financial holding. And I'm really going to guide you through what it is to hold money without urgency. So listen to the meditation. You can listen to it every morning. You can kind of train your body into this place of you are safe with money. And if you're still wondering if what I'm saying applies to you, just watch your patterns over the next week. See what it feels like when money comes in. See how it feels in your body. Pay attention to your body, not just your mind. And let's see if we can disrupt some of these patterns. Next week, we are going to get into how to become a wealth magnet. So what does it look like to build this wealth? Like we're talking about right now, just holding it. What does it look like to build it? And how can we help our nervous system become a magnet for more? Instead of just feeling like, well, I can stay in this place of in between. But what does it mean to actually be in overflow? And what does that bring up for your body and your nervous system? So join me next week to talk more about becoming a wealth magnet and shifting your mindset into attracting money and building wealth. And I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful experience in your body. I hope you know yourself a little bit better. And as always, please return to these if you need it. And if you need these tools, if you have any questions, hit reply, reach out, comment, like, share this. I am excited to bring these tools into your inbox so that we can all get to a place where we are safe, rooted, grounded, and present. Thank you. Have a great day.